everybody, Miss Tracy here, and today we are reading If the Shoe Fits. This is a rhyming story, and it's really cute. It involves all sorts of different kinds of nursery rhymes. See if you can recognize them. Here we go. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread, and then took them to live in a new home instead. She left the old shoe to reside in a hat, which she shortly discovered they shared with a cat. The cat played a fiddle from morning till night, then danced with a spoon, till they all fled in fright. The woman then moved to a warm woolen coat, but all of that lint sorely tickled her throat. When little Jack Horner stopped in for some pie, she decided to give a New Haven a try. She huddled her children inside a green sock, which someone had thoughtfully hung from a clock. But a hickory-dickory mouse scurried through, and she fled with her broth and her family too. The clock just struck 1 as they jumped in a tub, but 3 men were sitting there, rub-a-dub-dub. A butcher, a baker, and a candleman too. So they hid in a wall. What else could they do? The wall soon attracted the king's horses and men, for it seemed that an egg had exploded just then. So she called for her children and gathered them up, then fearfully led them into a china teacup. When little Miss Muffet tried taking a sip, the old woman grew peevish and tickled her lip. The girl dropped the teacup and ran for the door, while the mother transported her children once more. The family then settled inside a torn glove. Still, the children did nothing but push, yell, and shove. When 24 blackbirds arrived seeking shelter, she instructed her children to run helter-skelter. They discovered a bowl that was empty at least, but then King Cole grabbed it, preparing to feast. The family escaped from that terrible house and sought further refuge, invading a blouse. The blouse was then seized by the good Queen of Hearts, who slipped it on quickly to start making tarts. So the family slid down the seam of her sleeve and into a jar. But would you believe? The glass jar belonged to old Mother Hubbard, who immediately snatched it to put into her cupboard. But the woman and children did manage to rock it. The jar overturned, and they fell in a pocket. The pocket was part of a red satin vest, which the Grand Duke of York wore while puffing his chest. He puffed it so full they were squeezed from his suit and landed one by one in his black leather boot. Now, the boot was too small for a family this size, but the woman had grown much more patient and wise. If the shoe fits, then wear it, she said to her clan, and she led them right back to where the story began. She was still an old woman who lived in a shoe. She still had those children, but she knew what to do. She gave them some broth and kissed all their faces, then tucked them in bed and tied up the laces. The end.